Peace and love. 000 on the clock. Sending you all positive energy. Have vibes. Success on your entrepreneurship. All love, all positivity. Today, I wanted to jump on and speak about soul ties. What are they? And how can we ascend from the experiences of having soul ties? Okay, soul ties are contracts. They are contracts that we already have signed in another past life that we agreed to actually take on that experience. And it's an experience of either a karmatic relationship, karmatic partner, karmatic friendship, and it's basically an experience for growth. Okay, so when we come here, we're not supposed to get attached to attachments, meaning we don't supposed to hang on to titles. Okay, and it's just because individuals come in our lives for an experience, for us to learn and ascend. And soul ties could be a great thing and also a not so good thing, because we have polarity that's manifested into twos. And if a person in our life is not essential for our growth, that is not on our frequency, is going to lower our frequency. But if we have a soul attachment with them, we have to cut the cord. Okay? They did a ritual in ancient Kemet, and it was symbolic to cutting the cord. Okay? So, what they did was they had a Kemetic goddess by the name of Sinmut, and it described the astronomical navigation of the universe and the gods doing their rituals and how they navigated from the different hemispheres. Just a lot of ancient sacred knowledge. Okay, so Sinmut, she had to cut the cord off of the back of the bull for Orion's belt and the Pleiades to connect. So it was a part of ascension. So basically that's how it works as spiritual beings. We have to cut the cords and the not so good soul ties that is attached to us if we want to ascend on our spiritual journey. Okay? It's a part of growth. It's a part of the process. We have to know how to get rid of things that no longer serves our highest good. And a lot of us, when we come in the universe, we're unaware of that, because we think that people are in our life for an eternal span. Like me. But they're really not, you know. So I'm a type of individual, if I'm a loyal, honest individual, very righteous being. And once you're loyal and you experience somebody in your life, you think they're going to be here forever. But in some cases, they're not. They're just for growth and expansion. 444 was on the clock. So as we become aware of our true divinity and spirituality, we then are aware that We know what no longer serves our highest good and what cord we need to cut. And we know what we need to add on that will be essential for the growth. So they have many powerful rituals that we could do that will help us to cut the cords of negative attachments, okay? Negative people, negative habits, negative thought patterns. And we can add on aspects on our journey that will help us. It's also that we can be able to be free, have a positive mindset, operate out of unconditional love, because anything that is not essential for the growth, it lowers the vibration. So a great ritual we can do is we can actually write down an individual that we had an experience with that is a soul tie. We can write their name down, and we can take a piece of paper, write it down, and we can burn that piece of paper and put it out into the universe and say release it. Because anything that we put our mind to and intentions to, it manifests. So always be familiar with that. We're that powerful where if we thinking it, if we envisioning it, we're looking at it, we're saying it, is going to manifest. So that's how you remove actually soul tie. Another ritual you can do is get about 8 black walnuts, and you can boil them on the stove. It takes a long time, at least 4 hours, and you can stir it in 360 direction. Okay, after those 4 hours, let it sit, let it simmer. Don't boil out all the water. Add some spring water, 8 black walnuts, and as you stirring it, you ain't gotta stir it for no 4 hours. You can just leave it on a little small simmer, but you put your intentions inside the black walnuts of what you're trying to release. 7:47 on the clock, and then you run some bath water halfway full. You pull the conjunction of the black walnuts in your bath. Okay, you then bathe, then write down the intentions on a piece of paper. Okay, once you are done, bathe for at least, I say, 20 minutes. Take the black walnuts out, and I always say, with the spirit of the black walnuts, I am releasing this person off my soul. Okay? Another way you can do it, to also take some of the water of the black walnuts, and you could take it and pour it into the universe and say, release this person. Okay? We are celestial beings. We are connected with the universe. So water magic is powerful. Also, all other 3 other elements is powerful as well, because when you're dealing with being mystical, you're dealing with everything that is connected with the universe. Dealing with your thoughts, your mind, your whole spiritual body, and the elements that you take on from the universe always enhance the power when you're doing rituals. So just be familiar that everyone has a soul tie, and soul ties are experiences of different habits, individuals, thought patterns, not so good things that we take on, but it can also be good things we can also take on that is essential for our growth. That can be a soul tie, that can be good. You know, we can take on a soul tie of being a righteous, humble, and a loyal being. Okay? So that's something that we're embodying for eternally, that we don't need to get rid of. You know, so everything is manifested into two poles, and I always say that because it is. And once we learn that, we just have to learn how to be of balance with both of the two poles. And if we want to live an unconditional love life of our true divinity and a righteous path to spirituality, we must not let negative attachments stay connected to the being, but to cut the cord on it, be happy, and release anything that no longer serves us with love. Okay, we always want to practice forgiveness. Okay, we always want to be in a high vibrating state of mind of love and positive energy, because everything that we think is manifested. You know, so we want to do everything out of love, everything out of a positive sense in life, you know. And once we do, it'll be essential for us, you know. And I know it's painful sometimes to release people that's attached, because they're attached to your soul. That's why it's called a soul attachment. Okay? Because they can do things that can trigger you, and that can lower your vibration, and it will take some of your energy. Okay? But once you master yourself and you become aware of self-mastery and the power you hold of being stoic, you know 222 on the clock how to transmit positive energy to that person and to not lower your vibration. So it's all a part of self-mastery and growth to know how to do that. And it takes a powerful individual, and it takes an individual that is focused on a spiritual journey, focused on ascending, focusing on unconditional love, you know, and doing everything out of love, no matter if negative energy is being projected, no matter if negative thoughts even come in your mind, but being able to transmit all the negative experiences and stay on a high vibration of love and positivity, and then you will have it. Okay? So it's a lot of work that had to be done. It's a lot of work, but there's nothing that we can't get through, you know. So I just want to come on and shed some light of soul ties, what they are, how to get rid of them, and so how to live positive and tap into our true divinity of spiritual discernment. Just a part of it. I love you all. I'm sending you all positive energy. I'm still on my walk. I think it's been almost an hour I've been walking for, but it's all good because I want to embrace nature and feel the wind, a little bit of wind that's blowing, and also the sun on me. I like connecting with nature. So I love you all. I'm sending you all positive energy. 400 on the clock. Great vibes. And I'll be back with more. Peace and love.